Paula, when should I start hiring? When is the time that I should take on my first employee? How do I know that I'm ready and my business is ready and that I am sustainable enough so that I can make sure I can keep paying someone's salary and keep them in a job? These are the type of questions my clients ask me all the time. And you know, the ironic thing is, when you're at the point of asking, how do I know if I'm ready to start hiring? You're probably already about 3 to 6 months past that point. The biggest challenge in hiring for your business is most people believe you have to be at a point where you've got 6 or 12 months salary in the bank and you can fill that person's diary straight away. But honestly, that's generally speaking a physical impossibility, because it means that you or somebody else in the business is having to do double the workload in order to create all of that extra capacity. And actually, it's just a recipe for burnout. Now, a lot of people think, therefore, that if you bring somebody in quite early and you can't fill their diary, this is just going to be a massive financial drain on the business. But actually what tends to happen is, what this person does is they free you up. They free you up to focus on strategy, to focus on leadership, to focus on marketing, to be getting out networking, to be building more collaborations, to just be more strategic all around. And with that freedom, what you tend to find is that will be a real turning point for the business, because you've got that capacity that will actually rapidly help you grow the business, and you will fill that person's diary once they're in there working and they have freed up your time. What you can look for are those signs that things are starting to wobble a little bit. If you're starting to drop a few balls, if you're starting to question your service to clients, if there are just occasional things where you're not 100% on the ball, that is generally a sign that you really need to crack on and start hiring. Because the truth is, it is almost always 3 to 6 months before you think is the right time actually is the best time. Something crucial to bear in mind is when you do bring in somebody into your business, they need your time and support. They need help to develop. They need help to understand the job. They need help to understand your business, your ethics, your ethos, your customers, your whole approach to strategy and service. So they need quite a bit of attention from you to start with. So if you wait until you're absolutely snowed under, you won't have that time to spend with them. And their beginning then is likely to actually be quite rocky. And ironically, you'll find it takes them a lot longer to get up to speed. So if the two of you are scrambling around because you're too busy, the irony is that that will actually then take them much longer to be able to fully help you. Now, the first person you want to take on in your business most of the time is going to be somebody who frees you up. So it's going to be somebody who can take over some of your admin, or somebody who can take over that sort of day-to-day client delivery, the core fulfilment of what you do, that client delivery work. So you're really looking for those opportunities to free yourself up so you can focus more on marketing, on strategy, and just actually having brain space to really see the right decisions and see the path and the future for your business. What else did I have on my little list? Yes, everybody tends to think your first hire needs to be income generating because otherwise they're just a financial drain. It's really not true. As long as they free you up, they will become a financial addition to the business. And that's pretty much it. Just make sure this is somebody that frees you up. Make sure you've got enough time. Really work on helping them to get clear, creating the processes between you. And I would encourage you to be thinking about, if you need that safety net of having some of their salary in the bank, work on about 3 months, because honestly, if you look at waiting until you've got 6 to 12 months salary in the bank, there's a fair chance you'll never get there because you can't work hard enough to get all that extra revenue into the business. You need them in before that. So if you've got about 3 months salary in the bank, that will be a really good founding, because if you can easily cover 50% of somebody's salary when you bring them in, the amount of time and brain space they give you back will allow you to do more marketing to increase capacity and gain new customers, so that will automatically almost bring in the extra 50%. So the short answer is, when do you start hiring? right before you think you need to. Whenever anything is starting to get that little bit wobbly, it's already much later than it should be. So plan ahead, do it early, do it while you've got a bit of time to actually really invest in getting somebody upskilled and really on board in the business. If this is something you need help with, reach out to me at tailory.co.uk and I would love to help you start investing in a new, bigger, brighter, better team in your business.